for her, for me, she's like, okay, I can kind of like use this as like, all right, this is what's doing for us.
Yeah.
And then like after a little while, like she could see how like people are above her, how it was helping them, and then it was just like trickle down effect. And it was like a good system about like, you know, commission wise and everything was just, she could use all the business IQ she has from running those cell phone shops and from the Dirty Stop custom shops and all that. I mean, she's business minded.
Yeah.
She knows how to do a accounting book like the back of her hand. So it all just like fell into place with all that.
So then on that night, was it just a new type of fight?
It was
never had, or what happened?
Yeah, it was a totally different type of fight. It was, it just felt like, I don't know, it was more anger than anything else. Like there was emotion to it at first, and then it just felt like it was just anger. It was just like, like there was no love there. It was kind of like what we were saying, what she was saying. It was just like, it's almost like we knew like something was combating at each other, and we didn't know. Like it wasn't ourselves.
Really? Anger from you or anger from her?
I think it was more anger from me and more like desperation from her because she wanted to fix it.
Yeah.
She knew something wasn't right. Like, you know, like when that whole thing with my parents happened, with my parents called it Nutgate.
What?
Nutgate.
What's that?
Oh.
The peanut.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, with her family?
Yeah.
Pistachio ice cream or whatever it was.
Yeah, they call it Nutgate.
I haven't heard that.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I guess what people are calling it.
Okay.
But that was like another out. Like, you know, maybe I could have just like stopped everything with Nikki and just kind of concentrated on helping like whatever happened there. Because like, Shannon had a story, my mom had a story. Like, whatever happened, I probably asked my 10-year-old nephew. Probably can tell me what actually happened.
Well, and they both have their feelings for good reasons, and they both didn't see it the other person's way. And
yeah, and like maybe because I didn't talk to my parents from then on until like August 6th. And like, you know, my dad took that whole week off.
You didn't talk to your parents from then on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because like, Shannon was like, do not talk to them, do not call them, do not do anything.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. And Cece's birthday was the 17th, but I think the actual birthday party was like a couple days after.
In August?
July. Yeah. And like my mom or my dad was going to go, but then there was like a post on Facebook about, you know, allergies and stuff like that Shannon made, and I was like, no, I just can't do it anymore. Just like, because
he perceived that as her taking a shot type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, she always says she never, you know, put those posts directed at anybody, but I knew. She had a method.
If you read them, you know who she's talking about.
She had a method to the madness, and you can see it. Mm-hmm. But I wish I could have just took more time just to fix that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted my parents to be involved. Like since, you know, like the whole wedding thing, and then up to that, it was like, you know, my mom, my sister were always like, you know, combating with Shannon combating with them. Mm-hmm. My dad was always cool. Like he's just like me. He's just like, you know, go with the flow. Like I just want everybody to get along type deal.
Chicks,
I
man.
loved your dad.
Oh, he's the best.
Isn't he? I
So-
loved your dad.
I'm sorry, keep going.
That's I just wish I could have, like, just when we were in the beach in August. Like my dad was supposed to take the whole week off just so we could see the kids and like see me and like we have a cookout at my sister's house or something. And then, but we just pretty much spent 5 days at the beach, and Shannon like booked it so like, you know, I mean I don't want to say like punishment for them not to see the kids, but like I wanted them to see it, see them. You know, I wish I could have fixed all that. And I even like when I was at the beach, I told Shannon that it was more like what was going on was more like I feel like, you know, because my dad's my hero, I feel like I've lost like something in my life. I haven't been talking to them for 3 weeks. I haven't been see the kids for 2 weeks, you know, FaceTime or anything. And I wanted them to be able to have that relationship again. And she was pretty much gung ho, like she tried to kill my daughter by giving her pink. I was like, I don't think she gave me her.
And was that her stance? Is that your mom
Put something in front of Cece.
Like to kill her or
No,
just
just like
Didn't care.
like
Didn't pay attention.
she thinks that allergies and like this state of age is like people think, oh, you'll be
Like it's
fine.
made up
Like
kind
you'll,
of
yeah,
thing?
you'll be fine. You'll just have a rash. You'll be fine. I've seen CC, you know, like the first time. Well, I seen a picture when he had a cashew the first time. It wasn't good. And then she had kiwi the second time, and then the same thing happened. And I know it's real.
Do you know it's serious? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it wasn't like her throat like closed up, but she broke out in this full body rash that looked really crazy looking. And luckily, like, you know, nothing with her throat like happened. But
So did that make you angry at your mom for doing that?
yeah, I mean, I just like, no, you just gotta. I told her you need to think. You need to like, you know, pay attention. Just because another kid can have some doesn't mean another kid can have some. Because like when we were at that birthday party at Jeremy's that Sunday, you know, they had this cake there. Like Bella wanted it so bad. I'm like, can't give that to you because Cece can't have it. She was like, you know, okay. And all the other kids were like, they can't have the cake, you know. Like I just kind of took them off and gave them some like one of those frozen pops or something. But you know, it's just like she had to learn that just because one kid had some and there's another kid that can't have it for a legitimate reason, like, you know, she couldn't have done it. But you know, that's the kind of talk I had with her when Shannon called me. I think it was maybe like middle of July or something when she told me all this had happened. That's when I called my mom and talked to them for a while, and then they're just like, you know, they just couldn't deal with her anymore. Shannon just kind of like, you know, they like flipped out. And my nephew told Bella to go hide behind the curtain because I don't think your mom was going to let you come over here again or something like that.
Oh.
So it got heated. Oh, it was bad.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a last straw between them, I think.
Like in the same room or over the phone?
No, they were at the house.
They were
at
really
my mom's
heated.
house. Yeah, because Cece and Bella and my niece and nephew were there.
Okay.
How did Shanann find out about the ice cream thing?
Because Chanel was there, and I guess they were all sitting on this couch. It was kind of like a U. And my niece went into the kitchen, and she knew where the ice cream was. She'd been there. She'd been there.
So it's not like your mom gave it to her? Like she got her own ice cream?
Yeah, she went in the freezer, got it, went out, and sat beside Cece and started eating.
Oh.
But like, it's just a matter of like Cece could go like
Right.
like that. Now, I don't know what would happen if she just got it on her hand.
Right.
But like I know on like the prick test, you know, on the back, it's like a welt.
So are they staying there at your parents' house during that time?
Yeah, it was. So they would go from from Sandy and Frank's house for like a few days or 5 days, and then go to my mom and dad's house for a couple of days, back and forth.
Okay. So it happened during that time? They were there, yeah. Okay.
And so there were so many things that happened, weren't there? There just were little tiny ingredients to this recipe.
Yeah, nothing like
It's nuts, Chris. I mean, it's so many things just didn't go your way.
everything was like somebody was stirring a pot. You know, just
That's exactly what it was like. So then, I know I keep bringing it up. Can you walk me through just the last few minutes before Shanann died?
it was pretty much just like I had gotten dressed for work, and then like we started talking.
Did she come to you?
No, I was just right there in bed.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
Yeah, so I was just like, I got my blue shirt on, my jeans and everything.
You ready to go?
I was ready to go, and
Was she asleep or did you have to wake her up to finish your conversation? Or?
I'll wake her up because like she got home like 2 o'clock, so she pretty much out of it. But I never knew like if her plane got delayed. Someone always told me like she just like sat around with Nicole and just like talked for a while and came home or something. I'm not sure if that was true.
It was delayed.
Yeah. But yeah, when she came home and everything, but yeah, like I woke her up to talk to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is that because it was just eating at your
Yeah,
brain?
like I knew like, you know, something like that something doesn't feel right with me. So I know like she knew. I just knew she knew. I just felt like maybe the kids weren't gonna be there when I got home that day.
Oh, interesting. Now, I don't mean to offend, but I have to ask, is that really the truth? Okay.
I really felt like they weren't gonna be there when I got home that day.
Oh. And
Like she would take them somewhere?
No,
Or-
I just felt like either maybe I wouldn't go home, maybe they weren't gonna be there, or I wouldn't be allowed in. Type thing.
I think I saw some text messages where Shanann talked about that she would take the kids to another state or something because she wouldn't be able to afford to live in Colorado or something like that. Did she say that kind of stuff to you, or
Yeah.
what did she say about that?
She said she couldn't afford to live in Colorado on her own, and that I told her, like, well, you know, try it. I mean, she pretty much makes the same amount I do.
Yeah.
But she said she wouldn't want to try just because, you know, Colorado, the price of living there was a lot higher than North Carolina.
And just so I'm clear, you thought maybe in your mind, you thought maybe she would take the kids somewhere else or like lock you out of the house or
just like, you know, I would want to make a scene, like, you know, trying like pound on the door, trying to get in or anything like that. But like, I just felt like, you know, that was what I did on Sunday. You know, it was kind of like, or Saturday night was kind of like the last straw. Kind of like going out with somebody and usually an actual bank account card and just like not trying to hide it at all.
So walk me through it though, because she comes home, she touches you, you guys have sex, you fall asleep, then you wake up for work, all natural, all, you know, a normal day's work type thing.
Yeah.
What was it that made you think, I just can't do this anymore, I have to talk to her?
It was eating away at me. Like, I knew, like, something, and I knew everything that I did. Like, I know, like, when I was with Nikki, it was, you know, different. Like, I wasn't even, like, in the realm of, I'm a dad, I'm a husband type thing.
Oh.
And then, like I was saying, when I'm never at home, like, sleeping in my own bed, like, I have no, like, concept of that anymore.
Interesting. So in your mind and heart, you can moved on.
Like, it kind of felt like if I wasn't at home, like, I didn't think about it almost. Because, like, if I wasn't sleeping on my own, like, I think there was at one point, like, Nikki had gone to the mountains with her friends for, like, a few days, like, into June, first part of July. And then, like, you know, that part, you know, obviously I was at home. But, like, from that whole month of July on, it was like, I was never at home. Like, I never had all those reminders around me. I never had, you know, like, every time my wife would call me, I would be at Nikki's house.
Oh. While she was in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would, like, you know, walk outside and talk to her, like, when I was next to the car or something like that. But I would never be at home looking, like, have all these pictures around me, just being in the same bed, you know, seeing my kids' beds, seeing everything that, you know, that we built for the last 6 years.
And so, did you just want to once and for all get it out in the open?
I just wanted to just tell her how I was feeling at that point in time. Like, I didn't feel like me and her were compatible anymore. Honestly, it didn't feel like that because what was going on with Nikki, it was new. It was new.
Right, absolutely.
Anything that's new always feels better than the old.
Yes.
you were probably bitten by the love bug.
Yeah,
That's how a lot of therapists talk about it. Yeah.
It was just like, I never felt that. I mean, even like with new relationships in the past, like it always feels different, like, you know, the first couple weeks, and then, you know, but it just, with someone Nikki felt different. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just like you said, like, you know, I was more in control, and like it was more of like maybe more of me coming out. Because Shannon always said, like, it always seemed I was more myself around other people, like, you know, her cousin Cody, like, Cody came up, visited us for a little bit while we were in Colorado for a little while, and Cody always talked about, like, called Chris is so funny, Chris is like, Shannon would always like, why are you never like that with me? It was like, you know, maybe I always felt nervous around you.
There's only so much oxygen in the room, right? I say this to some people with dominant personalities, you know?
I just always felt nervous. I always felt like I was, you know, I never could actually just, you know, be myself. And Nikki, I was myself, like, all the time. It was just different.
Well, and it seems as though, and again, hard to talk about, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but it also seems, is it accurate to say that sexually you were able to say, Nikki, this is what I would like, this is what I'm into, or blah, 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 and maybe not what Shannon?
No, Nikki just wanted, I mean, she wanted what she wanted. She wanted to do it pretty much all the time. I was just like, okay, that's fine with me. You know,
Okay.
You know, with Shannon, it was just like, kind of like, hey. Sometimes it happened, sometimes it didn't. But that wasn't the case as far as that. Like, it wasn't just like sex or whatnot. But it was me. I would just want myself. I could, like, you know, just not think about what I was going to say or plan what I was going to say or not, you know, going to say something stupid or something.
Right.
A little bit of freedom.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something about that morning that you had sex with Shanann? Did you feel at all like maybe you were kind of cheating on Nikki by doing that?
I felt strange. I felt like, the first time I was with Nikki, I felt weird. First time,
Sure.
And then the last time I was with Shannon, I felt totally strange. I was like, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I had become. I felt like I'd become people I see on TV, and that did not feel right with me. Like I didn't know what had happened to me. So Nikki even asked me, like, have you done this before? Have you ever strayed away? I'm like, I've never even thought about it. It's like, what's different? It's like, I guess it's just you that's different, because I've just never actually, like, I've seen girls smile at me before, never done anything about it. With her, it was just like, it's like she had a leash on me and she tugged me away. As soon as she walked, I'm like, what the heck is going on? So.
Well, and Tammy brings up a very good point. I wonder if that last time with Shanann having sex had somewhat of a role in you thinking,
Like a trigger?
I gotta do something, I gotta say something, we gotta have a talk, something's gotta change. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I felt like it was like maybe like a trigger point or something, like it's like you hit the push button on a bomb and it just blows up.
Right.
Just something in my head was just like something was hurting. Just like I had to say something.
Okay. So then exactly what did you say and what happened?
So when I woke her up and it's like, hey, we just gotta talk.
Okay.
And it's like I told her, I don't feel compatible. I don't feel like this is gonna work. I just, I don't wanna, like, can we cancel a trip to Aspen?